I'm going to San Francisco, man, to see my friend El Pancho. He said, hey, one thing, there's something you got to know, you know. I said, yeah. When we're back on Saturday on our horses, we sing this whole chorus song like that. Chicken the corn, to the corn can't grow, mama. Hey, when chicken the corn, to the corn can't grow. Hey, when chicken the corn, to the corn can't grow, mama. Hey, when chicken the corn, to the corn can't grow. Hey, yeah, my way to San Francisco. Way back my friend and his name was Pancho. He said one swing, there's something you got to know. We're back in saddles and horses. Where we go, we sing this chicken the corn, to the corn can't grow, mama. Hey, when chicken the corn, to the corn can't grow. Hey, when chicken the corn, to the corn can't grow, mama. Hey, when chicken the corn, to the corn can't grow. Hey, don't need to rap, no need to move. I can rap it for a boat.
Where'd you find this song again? Tell me where you found this.
It was on TikTok.
It's a TikTok song?
Yeah, it's a TikTok song. And I think because it is on TikTok, I don't think you can listen to it. How come if we add this to our video on TikTok then it gets deleted? When you literally found it on TikTok on somebody else's.
I don't know. It's got to be a TikTok approved.
Well, obviously it's TikTok approved because it was on TikTok. That's where I got the song.
Very touchy. If y'all haven't heard that, it's called Chicken and Singing in the Corn.
Chicken in the corn.
Oh, it's just Chicken in the Corn.
It's so brushy one string.
I don't know why people. We set this up. It looks like Caleb is probably sitting on y'all's lap. I don't know if it looks like that to you as you're watching, but for some reason,
Listen,
Caleb zoomed in. So I don't know.
I'm zoomed in on life.
What have you been zoomed in on lately, buddy? Boy?
No.
Hey, first of all, this is episode 36.
Yeah.
There's some people that are starting new podcasts all around the state, all around the world. I'd like to see you get to 36. When you get to 36,
36 episodes?
Let us know when you get to 36.
Well,
David Lowe, how does it sound? We're worried about the sound today. It was a little bit choppy.
It was horrible last time, David. Is it all right? Is it all right now?
Does it sound all right to these dulcet tones? Is that how you say that? Dulcet?
I don't know what that means.
I think we're going to get into that later, too, is about how people say words.
All I keep seeing is live video interrupted, live video interrupted.
No.
It's like every time with this crap.
No, it seems like it's going.
We're about to go old school. We're about to just get an internet cable. We are.
He says it sounds better than last week.
Look, interrupted. We're gonna get a video cable.
No.
Where? Okay.
I
want to know where you can find like 200 foot of Ethernet cable.
Amazon.
Can you look at that? I mean, let's just get it. We'll just run a cord across my house.
I've seen 75 feet at Walmart for like $16.
Yeah, but you can't
run that sucker.
You can't splice it though, right? There's not like a. Can you two-way that sucker?
You can go two ways. You know all about that.
Do you see this whole interrupted crap?
Nah. David said it looks good. Said it looks good. What have you been up to? We haven't met in 2 weeks. It's kind of our new schedule. It's every other week.
Every other week. So it just kind of works better with kids' schedules and everything else like that to do it every other week.
But I will say this. You say with the kids' schedule, the kids are here right now.
Yeah, I got kids here.
But they weren't here the last time I was here. So it sounds like you got off schedule.
I'm off track.
Did you get off track?
I'm off track a little.
Man.
I don't know. Nothing's really happened exciting, I don't think. You? Anything exciting happened?
I got a new phone today.
What kind of phone?
It's just a 13. Nothing fancy. I didn't go pro because I didn't want to pay that much money.
Yeah, but they say, so why aren't we videoing us on that phone?
Because we couldn't do it live. Well, we could do it live, but then the sound wouldn't come in. It worked, though. It looked good.
Man, we need like a volunteer producer.
Yeah.
I feel like we could do so much better if we actually knew what we were doing.
Also, someone who could pay for the equipment.
Do you know that we have done this show now for 36 episodes?
36, number 36.
And not one episode have we had like nothing go wrong with audio, video, internet. I bet.
You thought that was my strong suit going in, didn't you?
I mean, that's what your resume said.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
When
say
I
that.
interviewed you for this position, that's one thing that you said you were strong at is.
I try. Well, it's like, we always bring up Joe Rogan, all these people that do podcasts. They've got high-end equipment. We've got. I'm pretty sure one of our microphones is made out of chicken wire.
Yeah, chicken in the wire.
Just
No.
chicken wire.
What is that?
tinfoil.
What's the name of that song? Chicken in the corn.
Chicken in the corn.
I don't know how to play. See, I don't even know how to get on Facebook Live. That's how terrible.
I know,
That's how terrible.
but that's
things
what
are.
makes us unique.
That's what makes us just dumb. We just
Dude,
dumb.
no, I mean, nothing's been going on. But here's something that's been in my craw. I'll say that because I'm with you and I only act like that with you. But here's something that's been on my heart. And it's a serious subject, and we talked about it. And I feel like one reason we may not have a lot of people is because it's Wednesday night. Wednesday night. What is the number one thing people do on Wednesday night here in East Texas?
Church, man.
Church. They go to church.
But do they still?
I don't know. I'll say this. So where I live across from a giant Baptist church in Flint, Texas. Giant. I was driving out to here this evening. There were 1,000 people there, I guarantee it. So yeah, I think people still go to church.
Man,
But
yeah,
I'll tell you who hadn't been going to church.
you and me.
Me.
Me too. I haven't been.
When was the last time you went to church service?
It's been like 4 months at least.
Same. How do you feel about that? Do you feel guilty about that? I do too. Should we feel guilty about that?
Yeah.
This is not like a Christian
No,
church
you should feel
podcast,
guilty about it.
but
Yeah.
I feel guilty about it.
You should feel guilty about it.
But why?
Because you're supposed to go.
I don't know. And then the kids don't go because I don't go.
Yeah. And then the kids asked me to go.
Oof. So the other day,
Mm-hmm.
we got Isabella some clothes. Brought them home. She was showing them all off, and she told Andrea. She said, "Oh, mommy, this one I can wear this one to church." And then she stopped. She goes, "Well, but we don't go to church." But that hit me. That hit
Piece
me
of
right
crap,
there.
Joe.
So I don't know if I'm saying it here on the podcast. Sweet D's watching.
Are you going back?
Eventually, we'll go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel guilty about it. I don't know if oh, David says shame on you. I don't know if people watching all still go to church. The whole COVID thing threw it off.
You can't really blame things on COVID anymore.
I'm blaming that on COVID.
There's a lot
Well,
going
I'm
on
saying
in
it
the
threw it
COVID
off when
world.
it started. Then you couldn't go.
COVID numbers
Yeah,
are
right.
up a little bit right now, though.
They're starting to ramp up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Ramp it
I
up.
felt guilty about it. I don't know if you did, but
Are you going to get the booster?
I hadn't even thought about it. I got the first two. You didn't get it, did you?
No.
I got the first two jabs. I
Oh,
thought that was
you're
supposed to be
even using-
good.
You're even using the lingo now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my wife works
Jabs.
at the hospital. Well,
jabs.
I thought the first two were supposed to be good.
No.
Like, okay, you're done. Good job.
No. That's what they wanted you to think.
Maybe next year I'll get it. I don't know. I don't know, dude. So you don't say jab?
I'm unvaccinated. I don't have the right to say it.
Where do you stand on the whole vaccination, unvaccination side?
I don't care what you do.
Unvaccinated. I don't either.
Yeah, I don't care what you do.
I feel like we agree on too many things.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, I know a ton of people. A lot of my friends, family, everybody's gotten vaccinated. I haven't, but I mean, I don't even necessarily think that I haven't gotten vaccinated because I'm against it.
right.
I think just haven't
You just
gone to
don't
get
do
a
it.
shot. I mean, just like anything else. You know what else I don't do? I don't go to the gym, and that's good for you.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't walk.
You
I
don't go to church
exercise.
anymore.
I don't go to church. There's a lot of things that are healthy for me that I don't do.
So that was my thing, and I almost put it on Facebook. And I don't use Facebook literally other than to try to put this thing on, this podcast. But I got the vaccine because I'm diabetic. I was told it could, prevent you from getting sick, which I haven't gotten the Rona yet. That's
Ever?
good.
I thought you did have it.
I never have had it. Neither has Andrea. August had it.
Have you been tested for the antibodies?
No, I probably need to. What if I
But you
had
have
it?
them
and then-
now, right? Because
I don't know.
well, no,
With
if
the
you get-
vaccine? No,
with the
it's just-
vaccine, do you still get the antibodies? I don't know anything about it.
I don't know. It's all about science. But what I was going to say is, I did it for me. I didn't do it for Like they keep saying, get vaccinated. You got to help your neighbors. You got to.
Yeah, but
do
you can
this.
still spread it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Now, if you're you have to wear a mask now if you've been vaccinated.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's
That was the whole point.
what is the point?
Now all that, the whole thing I like to say, I like that whole gotcha bitch thing. That's what happened. 200 million people got vaccinated, and now they're like, oh yeah, but
Yeah.
put that mask back on.
Yeah.
I ordered some on Amazon the other day.
You got more masks?
Mm-hmm.
You're back in?
Well, I bought 2. It came in a 2-pack, but they're mesh mask. They're maskless mask. You wear it, but you can see your face still. It's literally.
I like those.
It's nothing. Look, I'll show you.
Let's see a picture. We'll hold it up. And I'm just saying, like, if you don't get vaccinated, I don't care. I'm not going to judge you, Caleb. I don't care. I got it for me. Have you seen? So I'm not going to say where she works, but someone I know. Their work is literally letting people go that don't get vaccinated, and I've seen that a million times. Obviously,
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that are doing that now. Okay, here.
I can't believe it. Do they fire people for not getting the flu shot?
Is
Too?
that it?
God, that's ugly.
Cover
What is
your
wrong
face.
with that?
Oh no, that's not it. That's got a protective shield on it.
Really bad. You should show the camera.
No. That one. That's not the right one. Let me find it.
If you're just tuning in, Caleb is shopping for masks. Shopping?
Okay, there's a mask that you can see through. It's like mesh,
Yeah.
but it's a mask.
Does it actually block?
No, it doesn't block anything.
It's just for show.
If it's for show.
Okay.
If somebody tells me to put my mask on, I'm gonna put that on and just see what happens. Because there was one day I was in a restaurant that told me I had to put a mask on, and I'm wearing like a thick pullover shirt.
Mhm.
This was last winter.
Yeah.
Like what do you call it? A hoodie.
A hoodie.
And I put
I got
my
a hoodie.
hoodie over my face, and they said that's not good enough. But that is a thick hoodie. But if I walk in here with one of those gaiters on, that's pantyhose material, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah. I want to sit. You be sure to put a picture on our Facebook when you get
I will.
the see-through
I
mask.
will. I'm getting some, like a 3-pack.
Yeah. So again, we've been doing this forever, and COVID's still around, but that's exciting. It's
Yeah.
exciting stuff.
Well, this COVID stuff, everybody's like, it's gone, it's gone. It's not gone.
I think it's going to stay, right?
It's going to stay. It's kind of coming back. But most people, I don't think there's anybody that just like, oh, I don't really care about it. Everybody knows that it's
I know it's around.
a thing. But is it COVID? Because okay, so I had to go, I've had to do some mall shopping lately.
Yes.
I had to buy some
What a
stuff for a
sad
wedding.
place.
And I've been to a mall. I went to the mall in Shreveport, Longview, and Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
And every mall that I went to, there were no workers. Like I would have to walk around. Do you remember when you used to walk around the mall and like every other minute somebody would, like Dillard's?
Is there something I can help you with?
They work off commission.
Right.
And like, can I help you? Can I help you? They're
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah.
You have to look for somebody to
I
take you
know.
out to get some help.
It's like everywhere is now like Lowe's.
Yeah. And there's more workers at Lowe's than there are anywhere.
Which is crazy. You should. I never could find anyone at Lowe's before.
Go to JCPenney's.
I've noticed it. So I've been to the mall in Tyler. It's always the same people working.
Yeah.
If they are working, it's the same. Like they don't have rotations. I think those people work. That's why the hours are cut.
But okay, so
I'm pretty sure.
I asked the one lady. I asked her because I've been to that one store several times.
Yeah.
And I've seen the same lady working in that men's section.
Is it in Tyler?
Yeah, Dillard's.
Is she I don't know. Is she a
black
Hispanic
lady?
Oh.
No, this is the Longview one. Then it's a black lady that works
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So
I have something
and
to
I
say
heard her
about
griping to another employee last time about how they've cut her hours back. She can only work 40 hours. And I asked her, I was like, okay, so you're in here every time I'm in here. So if you can only work 40 hours, where's the other person?
Exactly.
And how many hours do they get?
I think they're just doing away. That's why the hours are. I told Andrea the other day, why is the mall not open anymore? It's because they don't have workers. They can't.
Well, they close. They open late on Sunday, right? Like noon.
Now and every day now, I think.
'Cause I had to go get a cookie cake. November
Yep.
is my birthday season for Claire and Colby.
That's right.
So I got 2 cookie cakes. And yeah, there's.
We went out to eat the other night. Texas Music City Festival. What's it called? The one in Tyler?
Yeah,
It's like the same one in Lindale.
Yeah, Texas Music City.
They had no workers. They had one girl serving 15 tables, I think.
But
I
where
think
are
it's
they?
Everywhere.
Where'd they go?
Is this all because of that whole thing where the president was giving money to people?
That's
Is
over.
he still giving free money?
No.
I think, listen, I'll tell you, just maybe it's like the church thing. When you're not allowed to do something normally, you're told you can't go to church, you get lazy. Then you just don't want to work.
But how do they pay their bill? Oh, well, they haven't had to pay their bills.
Yeah.
They haven't had to pay rent.
Yeah. I don't know. I think are there workers anymore? Are there less people on the oil field? Are there more?
No, there's more.
Pretty normal.
Yeah.
More.
I mean, where I work, I mean, gas price, natural gas is up.
Yeah.
Oil's up.
Yeah.
There's the rig count is up in East Texas, Louisiana. I mean, you're looking at like, I don't know, in the East Texas, Louisiana zone. I mean, it's like 80 rigs.
Okay. So it's just normal, kind of working hard, a lot
Everybody's
of work.
Yeah, a lot of work. You can always tell. You can always tell by driving up and down the interstate with how many service trucks you see.
Yeah. There's a lot. I've seen a lot.
But no, I mean, people are hiring. Rig hands or rig companies are hiring right now. So,
So are you saying to me that in the mall, there's no woman that comes up to you anymore is like,
can I help you?
and you want to smell this fragrance?
The can I help you people are. How do I get a text message from okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I love
it says
curveballs.
Beanbag store. Still shopping? Hurry back before an item in your cart is sold out. I don't have any items in my cart.
When did you go to the beanbag store?
I looked at beanbags on Facebook.
Don't
I want
click on Facebook
I
ever.
want 2 big beanbags
Oh, so you did.
for the game room, but I didn't put anything in my cart, and I damn sure didn't give them my phone number.
I know it's happening.
But how do they get my?
They're watching us right now. They somehow, because you logged into this with that phone.
That light is so bright. Does it hurt your eyes? If I look at it.
No, I think it makes us look good. It makes us look younger. You need to scoot over a little bit. Dude. Why are you so out of the picture?
Because you scooted the camera way over
I didn't
there.
scoot the camera.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go back to the mall real quick.
Yeah.
There's this lady in Tyler, I was going to say. This is a Latina lady. She's probably, 50 years old. She works in the men's section. So I thought
You can say Mexican because you are Mexican.
What is she? Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
She laughs constantly. Constantly. All the time.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking, I walked in one day, I walked by her, she goes, "Can I help you find something?" I don't know when this was. And I said, "Oh, no, ma'am, I'm just kind of looking at her." And I said, "Oh, no. And so I walk away. Then I hear from 20 feet away, like that. She laughs all the time. If anyone's watching this, have you ever seen the lady in Tyler Mall that is always laughing? I had a great aunt like that, too.
And she laughs like that?
Yeah. It's like, it makes your day.
So
I
I
love her.
I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I was listening to one the other day. I don't remember which one it was, but one of my favorite comedians is Theo Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on, it was either his podcast or Joe Rogan, somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept sniffing those smelling salts
I saw that.
that they use for powerlifting.
I saw that.
And I'm sitting there watching it, and I think it's funny because they keep doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes me want to smell it to see.
I've
And
always
then-
wanted to
and
smell
then he
this.
says, and then who was it? Joe Rogan. He says, he goes, "It helps him lift." And Theo Vaughn says, "Lift what? Your future?" And I just started dying laughing, and it made me think. It's like, okay, so I watched stand-up comedy is like one of my favorite things to watch.
Yeah.
Like I watch all the comedy specials on Netflix.
Did you watch the latest Chappelle one?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was a good one. There's this other comedian that I really like. I think his name is Dennis or Dustin Lynch. He was on America's Got Talent. He stutters really bad,
Oh, yeah.
but
yeah,
he's funny as hell. And I watch his special.
yeah.
But I love it. But when you listen to all these comedians on all these podcasts and the things they say, I'm like, where do they come up with this? Like these comedians are born. Because I know people say that, like, okay, well, people have been around you and I, me and you, You hear how I said you and I because I'm on this podcast? And they said, well, remember when we used to work together and everybody's like, oh, y'all, you guys need to do a podcast. Y'all are always talking about something so funny and everything. And I'm like, man, yeah, but these guys, like, it never ends. Like, they always have some kind of, like, this, all they're doing is thinking about stuff that's funny to say.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I think one, they're entertainers. Two, they are talented people.
Yeah.
They are, do you think it's more that they are naturally funny, or are they people that know what would make people, does that make sense?
I don't know if they're...
Does that make sense?
I don't know if they're... Okay, because, like...
Like writers of a movie, like, they can write movies that will grab people's attention, but they may be, like, kind of nerds or whatever. Are the comedians just good writers and are able to deliver, or are they just naturally...
Like actors.
Are they actors?
See, because comedians, I think most comedians...
to hold hands.
Oh, we're so freaking
No,
close,
we're about to
man.
hold
We
hands.
are.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We've got to get this room done.
Go ahead.
If you would help me every once in a while.
Anytime.
Anytime. Hell, you don't help me with anything. No,
Set
but
up this
like
nice
most comedians are like pretty depressed people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of them,
Commit to suicide.
Yeah,
The S.
They do. The big S.
The big S. I mean, look at Robin Williams.
They do it. Did you hear how he killed himself? We
No.
shouldn't talk about it.
How did he kill
I
himself?
thought he like hung himself sitting down, but he was also like,
jerking it?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think that's true.
I think someone was doing that.
Well, Google it. Yeah, I know somebody was, but there's a lot of people who've done that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. Keep going. No, it's a lot. It's a lot of comedians do that. You're right. Mitch Hedberg.
Oh yeah, he died of a heroin overdose.
Yeah, a lot of them do the drugs. I don't know. I think, yeah, he just died asphyxiated due to hanging. It doesn't say anything about anything else.
No, I think he just hung himself.
Yeah.
I think he just regular hung himself.
Yeah.
I don't think he like sexually hung himself. Because those people that do that, they don't mean to.
I feel like I've sexually hung myself a few times.
I know I have. At least twice.
I think there are, I'm going to be honest. Here's my opinion on the comedians.
Yeah.
I think some people are just naturally funny. I don't know if you can see it on this podcast. Maybe you can sometimes. I think I have I'm able to say something witty and quick. But I can't stand up in front of people. Oh, God, what am I doing now? Stand up in front of people and, like, entertain for, like, 30, 45 minutes of just constant, because I couldn't write it. My thing is I'd have to react to people. So I don't know if, like, I think there's some comedians that are good at that.
Mm.
There's some that are good at being funny just in person, hanging out, but would be horrible maybe standing up. I don't know. I
feel like
I don't know how they do it.
I don't know. Oh, who cares?
I do. I think they spend half their time writing,
Trying to be funny.
brainstorming, and then when they're not funny, that's when they kill themselves. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
I don't know. I think that's what I think is happening.
I think you can say whatever you want. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but so people are.
You think you could be a professional comedian?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Why?
I don't
Maybe
know.
this will answer the question.
I don't know why. I just don't know. I don't have the desire to do that. I think it would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe I could. I'm okay with talking in public and stuff like that, but I don't know if I'm funny.
You
I don't
gotta
know if
have a show.
it'd have to be forced. I don't know. I think that if you give me plenty of alcohol, then then I believe I can be funny. Look at this stuff. This is called
What do you got there, bud?
High West Distillery
Okay.
Barreled Manhattan.
It's just
It's
a
a
pre-made
Manhattan
Uh-huh.
with rye whiskey and vermouth.
Mhm.
I do like rye whiskey.
I know you do. You
Rye-
gonna try some of that?
Yeah, I am. Rye whiskey is my favorite. This was bottled on 12/13/19.
Yeah.
It's only 37% alcohol by volume.
What?
Is that a lot?
What is it?
37%? That's not a lot.
I think that's a lot.
I don't think it is. Is it?
You
know what blows my mind? I know not many, but like when you're watching these podcasts like I do, it blows my mind that that people sit around and watch people just talk about nothing.
There's people doing that right now. I think we paid them to be there.
Yeah. Okay,
One of
so
them married to be here.
this is 45% alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
90 proof.
So that one's going to be a little
30.
bit less.
Yeah, and it's super sweet though. I don't like the way it smells at all.
Here's the first taste. I don't want a whole thing. I don't know if I'd like it.
Well, I mean, all you can do is try. You know.
Oh.
But so yeah, I'm drinking vermouth. And
You are.
Am I even saying that right?
I think you are.
Hey, do you remember when you were a kid, or even like in high school? Just to change subjects again. Do you remember? Do you remember like going to eat? Like let's say like your dad got a raise,
Okay.
or like something major happened, and your whole family.
My
like,
dad didn't get raises because your dad wouldn't give him
school
a raise.
Yeah. But do you remember
I'm kidding,
like there was
kidding.
like something really good happened,
Yep.
and you're like, okay, well, we're all going to eat to celebrate.
Yeah.
Where did you go? What was you grew up here, so what was you had to go to Tyler.
Oh man.
Remember? What was the restaurant that y'all went to?
Later, I'm trying to remember when I was a kid.
Let's talk about like junior high.
Oh man.
Because junior high would have been in the mid-90s.
Like the good. So
No, yeah, mid-90s. You graduated what, 90, 98?
Seven.
97? Okay, so you were in junior high in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Mid-90s.
man.
In the mid-90s, freshman year,
Okay.
okay, you did great. Like you won whatever you were into, speech and debate maybe. You know,
I was horrible at speech and
clarinet.
Yeah.
Like you got first chair UIL at the clarinet your freshman year. Remember that? You were so excited.
I didn't
You were so
play
excited.
clarinet. I played trumpet.
So you came home and your mom
Dad, Mom!
had cookies made, and you were like,
Greet
Mom,
me with a
listen,
kiss.
first chair UIL clarinet. I just got it. I killed it. You know, it's like she said. I didn't even have to change out reeds, but like one time it stayed wet the whole time that reed did. I just killed.
You know
that
a lot
clarinet.
about clarinet.
So she was like, "Oh God, well let me call your dad." And like, "Oh, I tell you what." Oh, Mr. Williford said we're gonna go eat. I'm taking Jeff to.
Y'all put y'all's nice clothes on.
Where'd you go?
We're going to Steak and Ale.
That wasn't a thing.
Yes, there was one in Tyler at
You
the
didn't
time.
go to Steak and
We
Ale.
did. Yes, we did.
No, you didn't. That's
yeah.
where y'all went. That was your nice.
If that
restaurant.
was like the nice. That was
Okay.
like nice.
All right, let's fast forward. Okay.
I'm talking most of the time. If we did go out, semi nice.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Red Lobster.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Red Lobster's a good one.
Steak and Ale though was up
Red
there.
Lobster was like maybe like maybe we got, you know, there was 8 kids in my family, so for us to go out to eat, it was a big ordeal.
Dude.
And Red Lobster was one of those like that's like they sold a big piece of property or something and made them a couple
Going to Red
$100,000.
Lobster. Get some of them cheddar biscuits.
Okay, so that was the mid '90s. You were a freshman in high school.
Young guy.
Okay, no driver's license, just depending on your parents for everything.
Juanitas.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Now let's fast forward to when you're about 20. Let's call it 28 years old. You went on your first date.
Okay.
First date ever.
Oh Lord.
First kiss.
28.
Okay.
I was married for several years.
Okay. So let's talk about first, like when you went on a date with a girl to Tyler, because you didn't go out on a date to Lindo. Okay. So back then, and you were going out on a date, where did you go? Where'd you take her? I'm gonna venture to say that you went to a movie.
I'll try to base this on Andrea's experience. I know we went to a movie.
No, I mean, is Andrea the only person you ever dated?
No, I'm trying, but I can't think. I mean, my first thought when you said that I know I went to one Chili's,
Yeah.
of course.
Olive Garden.
The other one, very nice, and I think it was around when I was a little bit older. Outback.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That was like
Outback, boy. You go to Outback, that's like, oh.
It was like a big deal. Okay, and then you talk about like,
you want an hors d'oeuvre? You want to get one of them blooming
Awesome
onion?
Blossom?
Awesome Blossom. Is it blooming onion or awesome blossom?
well, Chili's I think is Awesome Blossom.
You're right. Bloomin' Onion.
Blooming Onion. Okay, so let's go back to, and I'm going somewhere with this. Okay,
We're gonna have to go do you now.
I'm gonna
next.
land the plane in just a minute. So
Okay.
my thing, I love the Olive Garden. I still love the Olive Garden.
I hadn't been to Olive Garden in 8 years.
That was a nice place.
It's a real nice Italian meal.
So
yes.
and I'm not married, Jeff, and I find myself in
Yep.
single situations sometimes.
Yep.
Even now at almost 40. And I'm still not opposed to going to a Red Lobster or an Olive Garden.
Hey,
Now, but no,
I haven't been to Red Lobster in a while either.
So you know, like senior prom, junior prom, whatever prom.
I remember where I went.
Everybody went to Shoguns.
Yeah, I didn't go.
Go to the hibachi.
Okay, interrupt.
Yeah.
Hibachi was a big night for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That joggles the memory. Yeah, definitely.
It still is a big night. So
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I know people who still, like, that has a weird taste to it. I can't put my finger on it.
It's vermouth. I think you're supposed to add. What are you supposed to add to Manhattan cherry? It's vermouth cherry. What is?
Does this come
I
with
sound like an idiot.
directions?
I sound
No,
like
hold
an
on.
idiot.
Let's
I'm
stay
an
with
idiot.
this. We gotta stay with this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, so you want to throw your wife a birthday party
Right now,
right now?
where am I taking her?
Surprise birthday party.
Okay.
You're gonna invite 20 friends.
Okay.
Where are you gonna go?
Villa Montez, 1836.
I hate Villa Montez.
1836.
1836.
Stanley's. She doesn't like
Yeah.
Stanley. I like Stanley.
So where I'm going with this is all these restaurants used to be a big deal to go to.
It was like a once a week moment.
Yeah. So
Like this is it.
how many times since we've been friends even have we gone to lunch at one of these places? Or
You're right.
Or gone to dinner on a Tuesday night. Like how many times? I can't tell you how many times that I've just taken my kids for no reason to the Olive Garden on a Wednesday night.
And it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. We're not celebrating
And
anything.
they probably even complained.
Probably. They expect it. My kids expect that. Tonight I ordered pizza
Yeah.
because
Doc's?
I ordered Doc's, which is an amazing place, by the way.
Way to
I
go,
sure wish
Doc's.
they would sponsor this show.
Way to go. Oh, buy some new equipment.
I ordered Doc's, but I mean, even that's $46.
How much do you think? How much do you think it was for? Maybe not your family. It's a little bit. That's a lot of people.
I bet it was $46 for my family.
How much do you think it was for a family of 4 to go to Juanita's? $18
$30
or something.
$30 maybe.
Back then,
Yeah.
maybe not even that much.
Yeah, I don't know. You got free
You're
tortillas.
right. You're right, though.
But you know where I'm going with it? I mean, things.
Kids take everything for granted, though.
Kids take everything for granted, and things are just different now. The things that they expect, and then the things that are socially acceptable to kids now.
Yes.
Dude, my kids have no idea about racism.
Yeah.
They hear it on TV all the
What is
time. That's all they talk about is racism, racism, racism. Look at what they're talking about right now with this whole Right House. Is it Right House?
Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
They're, day 3 of deliberation, by the way, starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's taking them longer than OJ
It is. It is.
for this kid. And there's videos of exactly what happened.
Yeah.
There is literally a video of this kid with a medical bag going out during a riot. With a, he did have an AR-15. But why wouldn't he? These people were acting crazy. He goes out,
Sports opinion.
is being videotaped. Some dude's beating him over the head with a skateboard.
Yep.
And then he falls to the ground, and they ridicule him that he fell to the ground on the court. He was like, they're like, did you fall? You fell to the ground because you've been running, right? He goes, yeah, and somebody beat me in the head with a skateboard.
Yeah.
I was dizzy. Yeah, but because you were running, right? Yeah, and somebody beat me in the head with a skateboard. And as he's on the ground, somebody is stomping his head in, trying to, and like 3 other people are trying to kill him. And he shoots them on videotape.
Yep.
And they're saying it was racial. They were white people that he shot, and he's white. But because they were there protesting for, I don't even know what, BLM
I think it
or
was
something?
the George Floyd.
George
BLM,
Floyd. No, it wasn't George Floyd.
Was it?
That was back. Was it George Floyd or was it the other one? Was it the rapist dude that got killed by the cop?
Nah, I can't remember. He didn't even get killed though, did he? Got shot.
He got shot. He was a black guy, got shot by a black
Yeah.
cop. He was
Yeah.
raping a black woman and trying to abduct a black baby.
I don't remember what the people were protesting that he was there for.
But, okay, so either way, irregardless,
What a word.
irregardless,
Irregardless.
my kids have no idea. Like, they will, my daughter's best friend
Yep.
is black.
hmm
Half black, half white. She has no idea.
I totally agree. My kids, I have one a little bit older years, Isabella, right in the,
Yeah.
she's a little bit younger, both years. No idea. You're
No idea.
exactly right. Even August, who's 14, almost 15, will see stuff on the news, protests, things like that. What are they protesting about? I said, well,
Racism.
there's, you know.
I don't
this-
beat around the bush, I tell them.
Yeah, well, I'm like, well, this happened and da-da-da, and, you know, it's about racism, blah, blah, blah. And to him, it's just like, it doesn't even compute.
No.
He's on a football team that's made up of, I don't know, 65% black guys, 30% white guys, the rest whatever. He has no idea. There's no difference in those kids. We have a nephew who's a little black boy. My sister adopted him about 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Isabella, who's 6, he's just Lewis. He's not.
Yeah.
If you asked her if he looked any different, she would say he's shorter than her. Probably. That would be the first thing, you know, like, and he's big. He's like big. It doesn't make sense.
My
So
kids,
anyway, yeah.
my kids will say he's a black boy or he's a Mexican boy, just like they'll say she's blonde-headed or red-headed.
Yeah.
That's the way they view it,
Yeah.
as a description of what they look like.
Yeah. But there's no.
But it's such a huge deal to adults.
Yeah.
And then these kids are just like, hey, what the hell? What's it matter?
Well, and now racism, not to get off too far off, but like racism is if you're against any kind of fill in the blank.
Yeah.
If you're against illegals coming across,
Those others.
that's racism. If you want people to have to show IDs to vote, you're a racist.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you are part of a certain political party, you're automatically racist.
Yeah. But what's
okay.
crazy to me,
I do have a hot opinion about Rittenhouse, though.
I want to hear it.
You want to hear it before
Yeah.
we get too off of it?
I'm done with the racism thing. I'm so tired of hearing about it. I don't even know why I talked about it.
I don't even notice racism.
Oh, I do.
I mean, I noticed racism. That sounded bad. Don't quote me. Rittenhouse. Here was my hot opinion why I brought it up earlier. Don't get me
don't
wrong.
like that.
Don't get me wrong. He has a right to carry his gun. I carry a gun almost every day, unless I forget it. I like shooting guns. I have guns. You have guns. You have tons. The only thing I would say in his situation, one, you knew tensions were going to be high. Let me ask you this. If you see someone in Starbucks in Tyler, I've seen it. If you see someone in Starbucks in Tyler carrying outside the waist, or have a rifle with them, the first thing I think, even though I'm 100% pro-gun,
I want to go take it from him.
I'm like, what is this idiot doing?
I'm the same way.
Like, come on, idiot. I was at Boot Barn the other day. Had to return a jacket I bought online.
Yeah.
I'm standing in line. The dude in front of me looks like me. He's wearing like sweatshirt, maybe some jeans, some tennis shoes.
He's chubby.
He's a little chubby. We should talk more about that. My friend and I talked today about that. He was like, "You ever felt like you were really fat?" And I'm like, yeah. So this dude in front of me is wearing like a Colt 1836 or something in a holster. Revolver.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, come on. So anyway, what I'm saying about Rittenhouse, I'm like, I mean, he knew it was going to be.
He shouldn't have been there, first of all. He wasn't doing anything.
But, I mean, how it happened, it got weird. Hey, we may have a development here. I may have a professional comedian calling. He may not have my number, so I'm trying to put it up here real
Who?
quick. Just a guy I know. Just don't worry about it.
Okay, well,
We'll see if he calls.
I'll tell you
we'll
something.
pick it up.
I'm not for the the permitless carry.
Oh, me neither.
I'm not for that.
Me neither.
I'm against it.
Yeah.
So
I am too.
I'm at Bucky's one day. No, not Bucky's. Where am I? Oh, I'm at Atwood's in Jacksonville the other day.
Great store, by the way.
Okay,
Yep.
and I'm out in the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
and there's 4 black dudes standing out there in front of me. They're parked around me, and they're all standing out in the parking lot. They've all got they're thugs, like thug dudes, you know, and they've all got wife beaters on, sagging with house shoes, and they're all like got their shirts up, you know, and like rubbing their stomachs and everything with their shirts pulled up.
Yeah.
And every one of them have a gun stuck in their hip.
Really?
Every one of them.
Well,
Because
that's
why
what-
not?
Yep.
It's okay. It's legal for them to do that.
I always thought.
But they're walking around showing it. I'm like, dude, these idiots.
Well, that's what I liked about the concealed carry course and stuff. It's like at least you have to put some effort into it. You
Yeah,
have to-
and those guys are going to have a gun anyway, probably. Maybe not.
yeah, I'm
They're
not
not-
for it.
No, I'm not for it either.
Isn't that crazy? I don't know why so many people. I understand why they are, but people like
Because
us.
they
I
didn't
guess,
have to
that-
go through. I have a lot of friends that are for it.
Yeah.
But it's just because they didn't have to go through the class.
Yeah,
I went through the class.
it's not hard.
No.
I won't say who it was, but the guy I did it with didn't even make me
Don't
shoot.
you only have 100 days to turn your stuff in, though? Because I haven't ever turned my stuff in.
What do you mean turn your stuff in?
I got my fingerprints and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I just went through the class. Probably have to do it again.
Well, now you're good though, right?
I'm still going to do it, though.
Just to learn. So the reason I plugged my phone in real quick, we were talking about comedians earlier. I've got a buddy I've known for a long time who used to be a comedian. I'd say he still is, but hadn't heard from him in a while. We'll see if he calls. I don't know if he's listening. Andrea's trying to get him to call.
Right.
So yeah, that was my hot opinion on Rittenhouse. I mean, it's like, okay, maybe it wouldn't have happened if you know.
Well,
have been there.
He's one of those kids that
I don't know. I feel bad saying that.
the way they act, it's just, you know how, here's how I feel. You know how like he's like an impressionable kid,
Yeah.
and he gets around a certain group of people that are acting a certain way, and he wants to act that way, just like
He's impressionable. Is that what you said?
impressionable.
Impressionable.
You know how, have you ever noticed like some white people when they get around black people, they act like they're black, they talk black,
Uh-huh.
and then some people like when they get around a bunch of cowboys.
I talk like you when I get around you.
Do you?
I
I
feel
don't
like
even know
I
how
do.
to talk. But when they get around a bunch of cowboys, they talk like, you know, they talk country or like with an accent. Or, I mean, it's just like anything. People do that. They get around. Are you one of those people?
I think I am to an extent, like a little bit, but like I don't feel comfortable.
doing that.
I don't feel comfortable with it. I don't feel comfortable. Great example. The other night we're at some people's house Sunday night. Group where we met at church, by the way, a long time ago, obviously.
Yeah.
But
2
some of
quarters ago.
the guys were talking about this deer hunt that they just went on.
Yeah.
And then one was talking about this bear hunt he went on, which was awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been on a bear hunt. I don't know what goes into that, but you know, I was kind of the whole time saying, "Oh yeah, I probably would have."
You wanted to have something to add to the
I probably would
conversation.
have, probably use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know what to say, but you try to feel like you belong.
I feel like there's
I'm bad about that.
people who are just comfortable in their own skin.
You are. I
Yeah.
feel like you are.
No, I mean, I'm just real opinionated, I think. Like, if I'm around a bunch of people talking about something I don't know about, I'm going to tell them I'm bored with this conversation because I don't know anything about it.
You always do that.
Or if
you
they-
do that on the podcast.
Or if they ask me, if it's like guns, for instance, I like to shoot guns.
But you don't know. You're
I
not
know
like technical guy. Yeah.
nothing about a gun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Same,
go
I'm
to
the
a gun
same way.
store and I'm like, okay, I want this gun. Like, oh, what grain bullet? Well, hell if I know.
The 100.
I'm kind of learning a little bit though about it.
Your
but-
brother-in-law does that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, and I don't care.
I just want.
That's why I walked in this store, is for you to tell me.
I want it to be able to shoot and kill what I'm shooting, and I want it to kind of look cool.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
So, but the
I do it to an extent.
But I feel like that's what that kid was doing. I
Yep.
feel like he's just an impressionable little nerd kid
Yep.
who
Wanted to be tough.
wanted to be tough. He wanted to be one of these cool rioter guys.
Yep.
Ricky Rescues.
Yep.
That's what I call him. Little Ricky Rescues. He probably really wanted to be an EMT or a volunteer fireman.
EMTs are tough.
He probably wanted to be a volunteer fireman.
Yep.
You know, he probably had stuff like that on his walls. How old is he? Like 17, 18?
I think he's 18,
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, he probably was like still lived with his parents for sure.
Oh yeah.
You know, just one of those
Probably
kids.
still asks for like chocolate milk. At
And
night
he
every
goes
once in a
out
while.
there and he's got a gun, and half the people there had guns, first of all.
Yep.
When a bunch of idiots in a crowd with guns acting like idiots, what do you think is going to happen when two idiots come after each other?
It's
One
a
of the
bad
idiots is
situation.
going to shoot one of the idiots.
Yeah.
I just
That's
wouldn't
my
go.
only thought on that was like I
don't think he needs to go to prison.
mean either.
He
from
was
everything
defending
I've seen,
himself.
Yeah, and it's just he's defending himself from a situation he shouldn't have been in.
Yeah.
If that makes sense to me, but I don't know. I know a few people who would totally disagree with us.
Oh, I do too, big time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't
On
know.
both
man.
sides, actually.
I just
Whoopi Goldberg would be pissed about this.
man,
conversation.
Whoopi. Whatever happened to her in Sister Act? She was great in Sister Act.
You know that's
She
when I
became
love.
political.
Yeah, Whoopi was good back then. Boy, I just do not like this drink. It tastes kind of like how I would imagine a Tide Pod tasting.
You never took part in that Tide Pod challenge thing?
No, I don't like it at all. It has like an aftertaste.
Is it making you unhappy?
It tastes like something smells, and I can't put my
Let me
finger
taste
on
it.
it.
Can I just taste out of yours? I don't want to drink a whole thing.
Yeah, I mean you're vaccinated. You're not gonna catch
Boy,
COVID.
that does not smell good.
Take a drink of it. What is that?
It's not horrible, but it's.
There's something
It's
about
like-
it though.
I'm pretty sure. Do we know any bartenders?
Yeah,
Or I guess I could look it up. I thought a Manhattan had cherry in it.
I don't know.
I would bet.
Cherry. Do you ever what? Do you ever hear words like what about all these words that people say differently?
Oh, hey, hold on here.
Okay,
Let's see who this is. I got a phone call coming in.
put it on there in case it's a bill collector. I think that'd be hilarious.
No, we'll talk to him. Here we go.
Talk to the bill collector.
Clay Walker.
What's up?
Clay Walker!
Singer Clay Walker.
Oh, listen.
Listen. So,
Oh, listen.
okay. Jay McGow said, and yet you're still drinking it, Caleb. Long story short, we were talking about comedians earlier. Caleb,
Yeah.
my partner, I don't know if you've ever watched our podcast.
I have. I've caught a few minutes of it. Your lovely bride tagged me and said I needed a call.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
thought
said, well, what am I calling about?
he thought it sucked, so he turned it off.
Yes.
Like I'm not watching this crap.
He caught a little bit of it, and then he thought, "What happened to me?"
Kind of like this vermouth.
That's right.
If I keep drinking it, I don't know why in the hell I'm taking another drink of it.
That's right. So we were talking to Caleb brought up a thing. He was bringing up comedians. He was watching a lot of Netflix shows and the Dave Chappelle thing, and to him, it's amazing that these guys always have because first of all, we can barely set up our equipment every week. Two, we never know what to talk about, and even though it's called "Let's Talk About It," and so he brought up the comedians. How do they do that? So Clay. Andrea was like, well, you should call Clay Walker. And my first thought was, I don't have his phone number anymore. We've lost touch.
So Jeff talks a lot. So Clay, are you a comedian?
I had to set it up. He's wondering what he's doing here.
Oh,
So, yeah, I traveled as a comic for about 18 years.
really?
Yeah.
Like what clubs did you play?
Well, I was a pastor,
Okay.
and so I was for lack of a better term, Christian comic, and so I traveled the country to, Christian schools, churches, corporate events, things like that. So
Okay. Well, so how did you Did you spit? He's a funny guy naturally. But how did you come up with, like, did you have like a certain thing you just repeated every 2 nights or every night or however often you did it?
So for me, I wasn't a club comic, and so club comics, unless you're headlining, would do 7 to 10 minutes. And where I was the featured comic at these corporate events or church events and things like that. So I would have anywhere from an hour to an hour and 15 minutes of material.
How do you, what? How do you even do that?
So I'm what they call, or used to be, because I haven't done it in, I think the last show I did was like 6 years ago.
Well, you're not a Christian anymore.
Well, no, I'm not.
Well, Jeff doesn't go to church anymore either.
I don't go to church anymore either. That's just laziness, though.
So I was and yes, I'm a Christian still, Jeff, jerk. So I'm what they call an observational comic.
Okay.
I was more of a storyteller, and I would just observe things in my life, and if I chuckled at them, I would write them down and see if I could expound on them. And in my case, I would keep material for about a year.
Okay.
And then because I would circle back to a lot of these places. Churches would have me back.
Yeah.
Summer camps would have me back, and corporate events, And so I would begin writing new material 9 to 10 months into that year. And but there were certain things that I would keep in my set because they always killed, and I could fall back on them, and it was one of those things that at the end of my set, sometimes if people had seen me several times, they would ask or they would shout out that particular thing that they wanted to hear. But for 18 years I did it, and I had a great time, and it was sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. It's just one of those things as a comic. You just you're gonna have good nights, you're gonna have bad nights, but
it's kind of like this podcast.
Yeah, so I would keep
sometimes it doesn't.
How do you feel? I got something. How do you feel about bro hugs?
About what?
A bro hug. That's one of the topics that I want to discuss tonight is bro hugs. I had an awkwardly long bro hug the other day, and I've been thinking about it ever since.
Clay, I feel like Clay's an awkward bro hugger. Are you an awkward bro hugger? Was the last time I saw you, did we hug?
No, man. If I were to hug you, I'd shake your hand. I'd bring you in for 2 pats and let it go.
Bring it in.
There you go. I said
like
one pat.
1 second, 1 pat, 2 pat.
Okay.
It's a 2 pat. I'm a 2 pat guy.
See?
Have you ever been?
Clay Walker knows.
Have you ever been bro hugged for too long?
Of course.
And how do you feel about it? How did it make you feel?
Well, it was Jeff, and it was an awkward moment underneath the porch light, and I just had to say, hey, this is going on
not
long
for
enough.
me.
Okay, there are times where it is acceptable to bro hug for a while. Let's say that I'm going. Let's say that Jeff. Let's say a funeral. Let's say somebody's mom died, or a family member died, and you're going by like a visitation.
Yeah.
And you go in for a hug. You let that last just as long as it needs to last. That's not a bro hug. That's a compassion hug.
That's a compassion hug.
Okay.
I'm here for you. I love you, brother.
It can start out as a bro hug, and it can lead to something else. And there's nothing wrong with that type of a hug that lasts for a long time. But I'm talking about Walmart parking lot.
In those cases, you never hum or you don't do that.
You never.
And I think that's you don't go in and you just. And Jeff's got a thing where he would rub the small of my back, and I didn't like it.
Clay, we appreciate you being here.
Why are you getting involved? Yeah. But so the other day I'm at Walmart, and I see somebody that I know. I'm not going to name the person. And I go for a handshake. I'm like, hey, man, how you been? And he comes at me
Oh,
with a bro hug.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I go in with it to bro hug, and we're talking about a good 3 seconds.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's a long time.
That's a long bro
That's a
hug.
long time.
hug. Because
And
a pat doesn't take but a second.
I backed away. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and then it got
You
awkward.
backed away from the bro hug.
I got out of there.
Here's a question: who gets the bro hug? For you, like, what's the
A lot of people get bro hugs.
cutoff line for a bro hug?
Okay, like me and you see each other all the time, so we don't bro hug.
We don't bro hug anymore.
If I haven't seen you in like say a year,
We'll bro hug.
and I see you, and I haven't seen you in forever, and I'm excited to see you because I haven't seen you, I'll bro hug you.
I feel like you would give me a long.
I don't know Clay Walker. I don't know him.
Clay Walker's.
I know the Clay Walker, the country singer, and I do
Yeah.
not like him. He won't let me hunt his property, and I'm not a fan of his anymore.
Oh, wow.
And I will say that on this show with thousands of people listening, that I do not like Clay Walker.
Not this one.
Not this one. I like you just fine, Clay Walker. But I don't feel like that I would bro hug you because I don't know you.
I'm a hugger though.
See, I
I don't like being touched.
If I've met you
you would
one
hug
or two
him.
times and we've hung out, I go in for the bro hug. I'm a hugger.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm.
I mean, I would let you, but I'm not.
Well-
I'm not. I don't like being touched.
Just don't hum.
Don't hum and don't blow in my ear
And
either.
the question is, can I touch the back of your neck while I'm doing it? That's
No.
Apparently, we're still having trouble with our internet. Stephen Williams says I'm going to need Caleb to call suddenly and get them out there to fix his internet.
I need a producer,
Clay,
Steven.
we need help someday. Listen, Clay, give us one. You got any jokes sitting around, or I don't know if you're prepared. I know you're out there meeting the
no.
ladies, and I'm just kidding. You got.
Well, is this a G-rated show?
No, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we're PG-16.
All right. So the guys that drive around with the balls on the back of their truck,
Yeah.
if you see that, you know a dick is driving.
I like it. I like it.
that's good.
Short and to the point.
I like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Clay Walker. Look him up. What are you doing these days, Clay? Just give a real quick update on your life.
I'm married to my beautiful bride,
That's right.
Jessica.
Do you feel like you have to say that? Does anybody ever say, "I'm married to"?
To an ugly woman.
I'm married to my. No, she's
Yeah,
she's
all
on
right.
four.
She's my wife.
We live in Gladewater, and I'm the internet sales manager at J.O. Williams Ford.
Oh, Caleb, you need to get to know him.
No, I'm not buying a Ford right
Clay, I
now.
still got that truck I bought from you. It's the last time I saw you, I think.
Well, it is. It's sad because I've known you now, Jeff, for 25 years.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I used to work
Let's
for
see. No, hold on. 22 years. I've known you 22 years. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's crazy.
I knew Clay back when he was before the country. Nah, I guess the country singer was first. Still,
Before the what?
the country singer. But no, that's not true. He was around before you.
Oh yeah. He's a couple of years old. I'm 50 now. You know.
You're an old man.
I'm an old man.
Well, thanks for calling in. We love you, and good luck selling them trucks.
Yeah, man.
Hey man, I appreciate it.
Hey, it's good to meet you.
Now I got
Hey,
your
nice
number
meeting
again.
you. Y'all have it. Hey, when is the show? I might
Well-
just watch the rest of the show.
Well-
when does it end?
Well, we're live right now.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. Though. We usually go about an hour.
We get live on Facebook, and then we upload it to different places,
Spotify.
Spotify, and
Okay.
it's we're in episode 36. Sometimes it's good.
Is it taking off? I mean, are you taking now paid ads and things like
We're on
that?
episode 36, and
We
we
made $5.36.
Yeah.
and that's accurate.
Yeah. So we're
That's
really, I
fantastic.
really feel like we're really doing it.
The live part may shut us down though. It never works anymore. All right, Clay. We'll
I
talk
hear
to you
you.
later.
Hey, talk to you later.
Bye. Well, hey, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, I mean, he's a comedian. He does things. He did things. I don't know. I think he was the one that I was talking about. There's some people that don't prepare, or they prepare, but they kind of go off the crowd, and there's some that don't. I don't know. I think the internet's still not working, buddy.
Well, Jeff, we're gonna have to end this anyway.
Why don't you get that song going?
So, it's bath time for the kids.
I know. I got to get home.
Yep. Let's plug her in.
We should have called old Steven during that old Rittenhouse talk. He wouldn't have liked that at all, boy.
Oh, no?
Oh.
He's what? We'll
I
talk about
like to call Steven my little Rittenhouse.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
okay.
kidding. Steven, I'm kidding. You know.
All right. Well,
I
hey,
love you,
good
but-
to seeing everybody tonight, but we're going to go. Love
Hey,
you. Bye.
thank y'all for watching. Where's that music at?
Hey, Pancho! Where you going? I'm going to San Francisco, man, to see my friend El Pancho. He said, hey, one thing, there's something you got to know, I said, yeah. When we're back on Saturdays on our horses, we sing this whole cool song like this. Chicken corn, till the corn can't grow, mama. Hey, when chicken corn, till the corn can't grow. Hey, when chicken corn, till the corn can't grow, mama. Hey, when chicken corn, till the corn can't grow.